The Slim Fast 14-day effect on your New Year's resolution. Day 1, the new year. You want to kick it off with a bang, and you're not just talking about fireworks. Day 14, you're ready to start this year right, looking great and preferably on top.
2 weeks is all it takes to get what you really want. Swap 2 meals a day for Slim Fast protein shakes or bars, get in a 30-minute workout, and stick to a 1,200-calorie diet to lose up to 6 pounds in your first 14 days. Find Slim Fast in a store near you.
You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies.
This is AFTERBUZZ TV's The Carrie Diaries After Show.
We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show.
It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The Carrie Diaries After Show.
What's up, Carrie Diaries fans? Brought to you by Slim Fast. Today we're bringing you the Carrie Diaries Season 2, Episode 10, Day Expectations. I'm your host, Danica Kennedy, and joining us as usual.
Hello, I'm Anik Dufour.
Hey guys, I'm Annika Michelle.
And our lovely engineer, Marissa, is helping us out
Yay!
today.
Hello, ladies.
Holla.
Hi. Holla.
What's up?
So, Valentine's Day episode. We're jumping into the next holiday already. I can't believe it's already halfway through January.
It's crazy.
I feel like I haven't done anything this year because I haven't. But sorry, I've been sick. The last week I was missing because there's a really bad cold going around here.
It's true. I feel like everyone in LA has it, but we're glad that you're feeling better.
I will try my best not to cough through this episode. Okay. But let's jump into Valentine's Day drama. So Carrie and Sebastian, of course, they're going to be Valentines. They had Valentine's plans, but Sebastian has a new career path, which I totally approve of. I love that he is going after, well, skateboarding hasn't become a huge thing yet.
No.
And he has met up with Tony Hawk, and he has a big business meeting with him for a skateboarding company, which, of course, we know now would be huge. And yeah, we know it's going to take off, but Carrie is very skeptical about it. She doesn't think it's going to become anything, and this hit home for me because I went through a breakup last Valentine's Day, and it was because I totally chose my career over the relationship.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'm such a Sebastian. Oh my gosh. What do you guys think about it? Picking your career over dates, and what do you guys think about Valentine's Day? I mean, a lot of people think it's really cliche and they don't really participate in it, and some girls absolutely love it.
Yeah. I dislike Valentine's Day. I was actually dumped a week before Valentine's Day by my high school sweetheart, no less.
That's the worst.
Aw, boo. Yeah. But I'm not a fan of Valentine's Day. I never was. Even like when I'm in a relationship, I'm just never like a fan. I just think it's just another day.
I always think that it's like good to appreciate and have a day that you like spend with your loved one, but it doesn't have to be on Valentine's Day. Like he could go to the work meeting. Can't they just like go out to dinner and celebrate it the next night? She was like, being like so mean about it.
She was, and she wasn't understanding. Like, I think it was also the fact that she wasn't getting his new business venture, and she thought it was stupid or like cockamamie or whatever she called it.
Yeah,
and like that obviously made him upset because he's like, whoa, you think what I'm doing is dumb? Like, yeah, you know, you're not supporting me here. And like, one thing is like that, like when you have a business meeting with Tony Hawk, and yeah, in the 80s, maybe he wasn't as big as he is now, but like, you cannot reschedule those things. It just happened that it happened to be that day. And it's not like he was like, yeah, I'm free, I got nothing to do. Like he said, he made reservations for her, and they just had to change the plans. Right. I would have been, if I was Carrie, I would have been a bit more understanding.
Also, Larissa said something to her. She said, your man is hot and he's rich and he doesn't care about Valentine's Day, and he's like, you know, going after his dreams and aspirations, his career goals, and you're annoyed with it. What's wrong with you?
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's
I kind of agree. I feel like you can just always celebrate Valentine's Day later.
Another
but I guess
day,
I'm the type of person that would picked career first, you know?
Yeah.
Not the best. Do you think that he's going to turn into some like big skateboard company?
Sebastian,
entrepreneur?
You mean?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's only gonna be like, but okay, can I say something? Whatever skateboard company he named in this episode, is that really Tony Hawk's company? If anybody knows out there, please feel free to comment and let us know, or tweet us and let us know.
We should look that up and see.
But I'm just curious because he named one and he kept naming it, like, look at this gear, look at these skates, da da da. Tony Hawk, da da da. And I'm just like, product placement much there, or?
I wouldn't be surprised because
they're really good with product placement.
Yeah.
We saw that in the bongo episode, so.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I'm just sure it's probably a real brand. I don't think it's a fake one. Like, we found out that Interview is really a magazine that's out right now, so you know, I feel like it probably is Tony Hawk's brand, and it probably, like, it's just. I would not be surprised one bit if it's a real company and it's owned by Tony Hawk or sponsored by him or whatever.
It's working. What they're doing, because I wouldn't know what that brand is, and now it's drawn to my attention.
Yeah, exactly. Because most girls watch the show. Not
guys, really.
Not many guys, I don't think. But yeah.
I think that she got even more upset when he says, when he was on the phone, and she heard him say that he would move back to California. And that I kind of think that like kind of just like pushed her over. And I mean, I would be upset too.
I would too about that.
Yeah, and it's like 3,000 miles away, and it's just like,
I feel like she could have just talked to him about that, because once she did eventually talk to him about it, he didn't really mind saying like, oh, I'm not going to move anywhere, I'll just stay here. But she was just so upset and angry towards him about bailing on Valentine's. It didn't seem like that big of a deal to me.
No.
Right.
Well, kind of going into that, what she ended up doing on Valentine's Day.
Yes.
She went to like a gay club with Walt and Bennet and Larissa and Samantha, who is naked on a horse with a long, crazy wig on.
The blonde wig, the blonde do.
I love that wig.
She looked
good. She looked really good.
Everyone in the club was staring at her. She was naked on this horse. And speaking of looking hot naked, this is brought to you by Slim Fast today. And with Slim Fast, 2 weeks is all it takes to get what you really want. In 14 days, the only thing higher than your confidence will be your hemline. And this podcast is brought to you by Slim Fast, so you can look hot and sexy.
There you go.
Like Samantha, just have your long wig covering
and be
your
naked
nipples.
Find a horse, get naked, and go to a club.
Everyone thinks you're fabulous. Larissa gets jealous of you.
It'll be great.
Which is exactly what happened.
Yes.
I thought that was hilarious.
She got really mad at her.
Yeah, and it's funny because like you would never think that Larissa would be the one to kind of like not be like so, you know, kind of like not as self-confident. And then here goes like she's like getting mad at Samantha.
She ripped off her wig.
Like, what?
She's jealous of the attention she's getting. She wants the attention. And somebody even said like, this is from gay men, like these men are not even into you. And she's like, there's nothing better than getting attention from these gay men because they're gorgeous men and they don't even want to sleep with you. It's like a bigger compliment, you know.
That's true.
It is true. I have to admit, creepy. It is true. It is very true, because you know when they compliment you, it's not because they want to get in your pants. Like they actually legit mean it, because they don't have to say anything to you.
Right.
Oh, and when her wig got ripped off, one of the gay guys was like, ooh, you're gonna make me turn straight for you. And that made her even more mad.
Yeah.
She got escorted out by the bouncer.
All the guys were like, is she bothering you? Let's take her out.
She did look pretty
Larissa.
good though.
She did. She looked amazing.
I love at the end how Samantha and Larissa were both on a horse.
Oh, of course.
And they come out. It's just so funny.
They would be. They've slept together.
They have.
Yeah.
We can't forget that. They have a history now.
I'm not surprised about that.
Me neither. No. And I'm not surprised that it like didn't turn into anything. Like I would, if it turned into something more, I would have been like, no, what are they doing?
Yeah, there'd have been too much.
Too much. I think it's good how they just like left that there. So Walt and Bennet.
Big episode for them.
Yeah. Walt didn't want to go to the club at all for Valentine's Day. Yeah. And he was from this conservative small family in Connecticut, and he's not into this. I mean, he took so long to come out of the closet.
Yeah.
He's not very comfortable about being part of that gay community. Yeah. And there's a part in this episode when they're talking about, well, they find out at the club that Bennett's ex has AIDS and he's dying from it. And especially during that time, that was like such a big deal.
Yeah, because it just first came out. Like,
there wasn't a cure. Yeah. People were dropping like flies, dying from it. Like now we have like more medicines and ways to treat it. But yeah, so they were freaked out that they might have it. Of course, they got tested. Everything was fine. But Bennet was talking to Walt and was like, yeah, people in our community, you know, they have to be careful. And Walt got very defensive. Like, I'm not part of a community. Like, he didn't want to be part of the gay community at all. Or known as those people with this type of lifestyle. Like, he wants that kind of, like, white picket fence sort of lifestyle. And he, you know, like a normal family.
Yeah, and I think Bennet just kept saying, well, you know, you're part of this. You know, this is our people type of thing. It's just one of those things where it's like I can see where Walt somewhat is coming from, but at the same time I can see where Bennet is coming from by saying, you know, you're like this, you came out of the closet, you're gay, so now it's kind of like you can't like turn your back on it. You can't turn your back on who like you truly are.
I feel like they should each have their own Valentine's Day. Like, they should have one night where they go out clubbing, and then the other night they can have a romantic dinner where they watch movies or do whatever Walt wants to do. Like, who knows what he wants to do? They never
he said he wanted to go to dinner, and Bennet was like, that's just so boring. Like, and then what? Let's go and have fun. Let's go dance.
Just because you guys are gay and attractive doesn't mean you're compatible.
True.
Like, he's more of a party guy.
And he's more outgoing. Yeah.
And Walt's more conservative.
Been out longer, and he's more comfortable. And Walt is just learning this lifestyle and just kind of what's going on. So, of course, it's a bit scary for him, and it's a bit overwhelming, you know?
And you could still be, like, a pretty conservative person and still be gay. Yeah. And I feel like that's how he is. He's not into that whole, like, flamboyant gay clubbing scene at all, which is fine.
Yeah.
I feel like their relationship won't last that long.
I don't know. Well, I'm sad that Walt just like broke up with him.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get back together.
I don't know. I don't know if they do. I miss I'm gonna miss them together. I don't want to like not see Bennet. I kind of still like want to.
I know he's the main character on the show, so it's. Like, they would have to kill him off. Like, how do you get rid of him, you know?
Right.
I mean, they just broke up.
I mean, maybe they'll just have, like, one of those things where we'll just see him, around, interview.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Awkward, though.
Yeah.
There's only a few more episodes left. I think he will for sure be in the show. I think, obviously, he will be talking to Walt. I mean, I don't think they're going to be ignoring each other. For me, that wasn't, like, it wasn't, like, a real breakup.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a big fight.
It was, but I feel like they're going to fix it.
I feel like they might fix it, but I feel like it's not going to be a long-term relationship, I guess, is what I should say. Because I feel like they're so different with their views. They are very cute together, though.
They're adorable.
Visually.
Thank you so much again to Jake Robinson, who was Bennet, who plays Bennet, and who called in last week. We had a blast chatting with you, and this was the episode you were telling us about. And just want to say thanks again. He was great.
I'm sad I wasn't here.
I know. He was so sweet.
I missed out.
He was so sweet. So thanks again, Jake.
Well, speaking about relationships, the teenage relationships in high school can always be a little bit awkward. Dora and her dad are hilarious about how he, like, has to be the bad guy, basically.
Yeah. It's so cute. I love, like, Dorrit and her, like, new boyfriend type of thing. Because it's like, she's just like, no, I'm not, I don't like him and stuff like that. And then here comes, Tom saying, I don't like him for you. And, like, kind of doing, like, a reverse psychology type of.
Yeah. I like this guy that she's dating, because this is the guy, like, we remember she met at a party a few episodes ago, or maybe the last episode, I can't remember, but she was into his friend originally, and then the friend ended up being a douchebag and having a girlfriend and still, like, hooking up with Dora or spending the night or whatever, and So this guy is the guy's friend that she's now with, who was chasing her around in the party and like getting everything for her, and she was just like ignoring and not paying any attention to. And I'm glad she's with this one. Like, he's a good guy. He legit is. And it's funny how Tom has to act like he doesn't like him, because the second he says that Tom likes the guy, she dumps him. So,
which is kind of a cool tool that he has as a parent.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a mini Tom, because he was like talking about, like, he was like fixing his the cords on the threads on like the racket.
Yeah.
And he was saying, you know, how like kind of like anal and stuff like that he is. And then Tom is like, oh no, you know, it's kind of like, so it's kind of like a mini him.
He has all his little quirks too.
And they're cynical too. They weren't into the whole Valentine's Day thing. They were watching scary horror movies to bond together. And he would just kind of yell at them like, you can't go on a date, as they're going out of the house.
I know, it was so cute. And I love how she just like turned around and be like, well, you know, he's my boyfriend and we're going on a date. And I just thought it was
just
cute.
getting mad. Yeah. Because if he was overly nice, it'd be like the last boyfriend, which is no zone. No jam sessions allowed. You can't just like hang out and be chill.
And I love how in the end she just comes down, like the doorbell rings, which I didn't even hear, but Dora heard. And I don't think Tom even heard the door, because she's like, I'll get it. And he's like, what door? You know, like, what are you going to get? And so she's all dressed up so cute, and she's like going, and he's like, where are you going? And she's like, I'm going on a date, blah, blah. And like, he's like, okay, we'll talk about this later. But you know, he wasn't really mad. He was happy that Dorrit was going with this guy and not a crazy, you know?
I like that little like yes cheer thing that he did when he closed the door. He's just like, yes.
I did exactly what I wanted to do.
Yeah. And she has no clue, you know? She's like, yeah.
She probably likes it too.
Yeah.
She wants to be a rebel.
Yeah. She's so funny. She's a cute character.
She's probably my favorite character on the show.
Fun.
I think she is.
She's fun.
She'd be fun to play, too.
Mm-hmm. She'd be a lot of fun to play.
We should talk about Maggie's new relationship.
Adventure.
Or whatever we want to call that. Ooh, okay, so Maggie, she's just been lost.
She's gone through it.
Lost.
This girl.
Poor girl.
Has gone through it this season.
She doesn't know if she wants to go to college. She doesn't know if she can get into college, what she would want to major in, what she wants to do with her life at all. So she decides to enroll in the Army because they have the recruiters at her school.
It was recruiting week. I remember those days.
I remember those days too. We had those at school.
And I was just kind of like, yeah, you're hot. Like, do I really want to join the... We had the Marines, though. We didn't have, like, Army and stuff like that. We had Marines come to just, like,
They didn't have that at my school.
Really?
Really?
No.
Oh, they came.
Art high school,
oh, that's true.
So
they're like, we're not
different. Like ballerina boys.
Yeah,
are interested in us. For the Army.
That's true. No, we had them in our school too. It was fun. It was a fun week.
Fun week for a little eye candy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, they were pretty hot in this episode. She decided to enroll though, probably just because of all the hot boys that were just standing there. She like was lured in by the cute boys at first.
Yes.
I believe. Decided to enroll. And then when she told Mouse about it, Mouse was like, no, you're not going to do this. Like, you have to wake up at 5 a.m. and like, this is not the type of structure you want. Like, you want structure, but not like this. You need like a different type of job. Tells her that she just like has to get out of it completely. So they decide that they need to get the paperwork back.
Right.
In the end, we find out they could have just emailed or like mailed in something, getting it away. But they did this whole elaborate thing of how they had to go to the office to see if they could steal it.
Use like Donna.
I know, of course.
And like her and like Mouse and now are like good friends.
I know,
because they like spoon.
Which is so weird.
I know. And then she's like, let's use Donna, and then like Donna comes with like her
big boobs out
because they spooned. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
they spooned.
They did. They totally did.
That's hilarious.
They cuddled together.
She was so flirty with the gate guard. That's how they got in. She just like had her boobs out, and she was super flirty. And she come up. What was her lie?
Her cousin.
Her cousin.
They're going to
visit. The grandmother
on
the list.
The grandmother
just died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so he lets them in, and then they're just kind of like sitting there in the office, and they go through like the files.
Yeah, Mouse tries to find the file,
and then that's when the guy walks in on her, and is about to arrest her, lets them off the hook, and then asks Maggie for her number and her name, which was adorable. She always likes the cop guys because
the cop or the army or the men in uniform.
The man in uniform that's about to bust someone.
She wants to
the people that I'm a little intimidated by.
Yeah. Yeah, she likes those for sure. I mean, she got pregnant with Simon's baby. She's now after this army guy. So, and it's cute because you can tell she's really into him. Like, even in the high school, she's like, wait, I need to make a phone call before study session. And she, like, puts the little money in the payphone and is, like, calling someone. I just need to know, how long were your passing periods? Because mine was 7 minutes and we didn't have time to make any phone calls.
Yeah, we had 7 minutes, too.
It was barely enough time to get from one side of the campus to the next.
Yeah.
Their passing periods are like, hold on, let me put 35 cents in to make this phone call.
Yeah, was that common that people would just call people up at school? Like,
not in my high school.
Yeah, I mean, like, we had texting, so it was like, you know, you just whatever.
We had a payphone, not to like age myself, but it was a time when it's funny because like my little cousin, a little off topic a little bit. My little cousin, this past week we were talking about texting, and he's like, I'm like, oh, well, we didn't have texting back then. You know, like when we were like
pagers
in high school and stuff like that. And he's like, did you even have phones?
Oh my gosh.
I was like, ouch.
You're like, thanks.
Yeah, right. You're like, I'm not that old.
But it came to the point where like we did have phones. We did have cell phones.
Yeah.
But it was just funny, and we never had time.
No. 7 minutes.
And then we get in trouble of like,
yeah, if you get caught.
Yeah.
I don't know what high school this is, but it's hilarious to me that the past. I mean, it's just a little obviously it's a show, but
and like what Donna wore.
Yeah,
like, we would get in trouble for that.
Oh yeah,
her stilettos. No one came to school in stilettos in my high school.
No. My high school there were, but my high school was so weird. It doesn't like count. People wear like whatever they wanted, but it was always weird.
Yeah,
there were a few girls where it was like, okay, why are you wearing stripper heels, like clear heels to school? Like, your parents let you buy that?
Yeah, crazy. Oh, high school memories.
The memories.
I like, though, Maggie and this guy. What was
army
his
guy?
name? Do we remember?
I forget his name.
Chris? I don't know. Something.
I'm glad that she has someone, though, like a new something, because she's been in such a rut lately that can, like, distract her, maybe get her interested in something new.
Yeah.
She's had a tough season. A lot going on with her, so.
Maybe he'll give her a little confidence to... You know.
Yeah.
What if he like talks her back into going to the army?
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
I can totally see it. And are you kidding me? One girl with the attention of that many guys, like that, she'll totally love that.
Yeah.
Well, should we get into some predictions?
Yes.
Do it.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Since we're already just kind of jumping into them anyways.
Yeah.
What are your guys' predictions for the next episodes?
I think that we're going to see the army guy in a couple episodes at least. I don't know. I want to see, I know that Carrie and Sebastian are probably going to continue to like have little arguments because she knows she'll just like takes things a little bit too far.
Because she always does that.
Yeah. And I want to, I don't know, like I want to see Bennet and Walt get back together. Because they're cute. I love them.
They are adorable. I think they will get back together. That's my prediction. He's going to be in that. Bennett's going to be on for the rest of the season. There's only a few more episodes, so they're bound to talk. They're not going to be silent with each other, you know. So I think they're going to try to fix it. And I think Maggie is going to get floundered her way back into the army, or at least definitely have fun with this army guy. I think he can convince her to do it, to sign up.
I agree. I think they're going to have some fun together.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to watch and witness. I think that Carrie and Sebastian, they're going to fight a little bit more, especially because he's living in Larissa's place. I forgot to mention that earlier. And so, like, it's less fabulous than normal. It's all skateboarding stuff instead of leopard print fur and rhinestones all over everything. But I think they're going to continue to have little fights, and same with Walt and Bennet. I think that they're going to definitely kind of keep them together, but it's not going to be the strongest relationship because they're so different.
Yeah.
Or Walt's just going to have to, like, embrace being gay more.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Definitely.
Do you
we'll
guys
see.
Have any news or gossip? I don't have any.
No.
Not with this cast.
Nothing.
Y'all need to go out,
spicy.
please.
Well, where can they find you guys?
My name is Anik Dufour, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Anik Dufour. My website, anikdufour.com.
You can find me at Twitter at Annika_Michelle and my website, AnikaMichelle.com.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Danica Kennedy.
Yay!
And thank you, Marissa, for engineering.
Thank you, Marissa.
You're welcome, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.